This is footage from when Aaron and I went to the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo in Nebraska for our 6th wedding anniversary. This footage happened in 2018 and it just took me a whole year to decide to edit it. The reason why I hurried up and edited it is because our 7th year wedding anniversary is September 22nd. So I figured I better hurry up and edit this video and put it online so I can record our 7th year anniversary and hopefully not wait a whole year to upload it. This zoo is famous for having the largest indoor desert. And so the first exhibit we went and visited was the Desert Dome, which you saw at the very beginning when we pulled into the zoo. Lots and lots of snakes and lizards and sand. This is new. This wasn't here last time.
Diamondback rattlesnake. These are what's in the Wild West.
That's what I was trying to ask, but I couldn't talk English.
That's why they have the coal mining cars, because they're trying to insinuate like people died in these things.
I won't always have the sound up from the video because there's a lot of children screaming and just the annoying hum of voices echoing from so many people being at the zoo. This is a very popular zoo. And if you do live around the Omaha, Nebraska area, or if you're traveling through, I recommend this zoo. It's got so many different exhibits and the animals seem like they're actually very well taken care of, which is something I always pay attention to when I go to zoos. As I look, how healthy are they? Are they just something to look at, or are they actually really cared for? And the animals seem very cared for at this zoo. I know to some people zoos are controversial, like they shouldn't be penned up, which I agree, except zoos have preserved the lives of a lot of very, very endangered animals.
I've never seen a snake this active. Me
either. It's like in Harry Potter. Mom, you don't believe what the snake is doing. Zoos have some animals that are actually extinct in the wild. This is why I like zoos and I appreciate them, because they are protecting species that are dying off in the wild or being killed by poachers. It was so cool seeing all these bats flying around. I do like bats. These are fruit bats. Here's an armadillo that came to visit.
Is Trevor going to touch the gator's tail?
Maybe. I'm gonna bite it. Nope.
It's so interesting what they decide
He
to
like.
go in the same tank.
I know. He likes that water flow on his mouth. Well, I guess the turtle's got a shell, so.
Yeah, but you still get injured, you would think.
Do those turtles go inside their shell?
Yeah.
Aaron and I were talking here about how they decide what creatures to put with an alligator. One of my favorite things at the zoo is the sky lift, because you get to see the whole zoo from up in the sky, and it's so fun. Can we go in there? Their petting zoo is tiny. It's just one goat.
Well, it's 3 goats.
Oh. The rhinos had a massive exhibit. There's the penguins. Penguins are one of Aaron's favorite animals. They have a really large variety of aquatic life. So many different species of saltwater fish. Everything looked healthy and happy. Well, at least I think they looked happy, but everything did look healthy. All the fish, all the creatures. Here's some great footage of the penguins swimming, jumping in the water. The penguin part of the recording sounds were so loud that I'm just going to talk for this moment and tell you how loud it was. When you're there, it's not as bad, but when you go back and listen to the video, it's just noise. Man, look at those eyes. Oh, so cool. There's the tuna. I always forget how giant tuna actually are. The jellyfish exhibit is very hypnotizing. They would be a perfect screensaver for your computer. They don't seem like they should be real. They don't seem like they should be part of the earth just because it's just something that you'd never see. Like, it's very alien looking. But they are in our oceans. It's really wild. They're very beautiful, mysterious creatures. Really pretty exhibits. They have, I don't think there was a single fake plant in this entire zoo. They had so many plants, aquatic plants, earth, ground plants, so many plants, so many fish, and they had sharks. I don't know why these sharks don't eat these fish. They just live together. It's very interesting. There's some happy stingrays. Seahorses. My mom said you used to be able to order those out of a catalog and then they would be shipped to you and you could have a pet seahorse. That would never happen today. This is just the indoor exhibit for the elephants, but they had a giant outdoor exhibit as well. I think it's so neat that there are free roaming birds. You'll see some more later. That was a pheasant, I think. There's a shot of a tiger cuddling with a log. Tigers are one of my favorite animals. They are my favorite big cat. Even though I love all the big cats, tigers are my favorite big cat. But it's always difficult to get a good video of a tiger because the majority of the time they are sleeping. Always sleeping. Aaron, wave with your shadow.
Skylines.
Wish we could be like this of a tiger. Well, that's okay. I always expect the tigers to sleep. It's probably where I would be too. I'll try not to anger you, but you're so beautiful. Do they only open their feathers if they're ready for a mate? This was a very surprising experience. These stingrays wanted to be petted. It was very interesting. You could purchase raw fish and feed them fish, but we didn't do that. We just petted them, which was really, really fun and really amazing. Who would think that a stingray would want to be petted? Look at that. Look at him. It was like a little puppy. It was very cool. Here's a little rope bridge you can cross. There's Aaron. Here's my one and only video of a tiger that is not sleeping, and it was amazing. They're very beautiful. This was a really cool indoor exhibit with waterfalls and stuff. And this was a very curious lizard. They had giant parrots and giant fish. I don't have a clue what those fish were, but they're huge. They look like manatees. And this was a very cool, clear, shallow pond with stingrays in it. I thought it was so pretty. Here's another little wild animal wandering around. These guys weren't pinned in. They were just free roaming in this. It was a really large indoor exhibit, but those birds were just free roaming, which was really cool. And here were some butterflies. There's a little butterfly exhibit, which is cool. And here's where they have all of their cocoons. Not their, I don't know, do you say hatching butterflies? There's such a large variety, and you could even see them come out of their cocoon. Plant, isn't it? It's a bug. These were massively large grasshoppers, except I think they were called glowworms, I think. Maybe they were just giant grasshoppers, I don't know. He's in a hurry.
He's trying to win a bet with a meerkat and go around the track.
Oh, he has to rest. That was a pretty long stretch. There we go. Curious what anyone who's watched it this far, what is your opinion of zoos? Do you think that they are cruel and just a giant tourist attraction, money makers, or do you see them as actually being a help to wildlife? I guess it really depends on the zoo, doesn't it? Look at that hairdo. Dang. I didn't know they made noises.
Yeah, probably. There's my Katie. You ready to keep walking?
Look at him. Oh, his wings split.
Here are some, I think they were called jumping rats or something. I had to get a video though because it's the only rats that were on exhibit, but it was very, very dark. There was that one little bit of light and the rest was darkness. Here's I think that's quail. I don't know. I need to be educated, but 3 little babies wild on the sidewalk. It was really cool. Here's where once a day they do a sea lion show, but it's totally up to the sea lions whether or not they want to do the show, which I thought was very interesting. He must do a lot of tricks. Here's a baby sea lion. It was also very reassuring for the zookeepers to explain that the sea lions only participate in performance if they feel like it, but they get treats if they participate. There was that one giant sea lion, he must do tricks every day. Here we are on the skylift again. I got to ride that a couple times because Aaron is sweet and lets me. There is a lion exhibit, but you can really only see it from the skylift because there's like a lion mountain. And there's several lions, but those are the only 2 that I got a shot of. Lots of giraffes. Lots and lots of giraffes. More giraffes than I ever remember there being at the zoo. Here's where their performance starts.
So keeping them performing some of the behaviors they would in their natural environment, keeping them moving and engaged, with our keepers learning new things. It also allows our sea lions to participate in their own health care. So this isn't purely for entertainment. This has a really important value for our sea lions. It works at the zoo as we use positive reinforcement training. So what our keepers will do is ask our sea lions to perform any certain behaviors.
This looks amazing, Aaron.
I know, doesn't it?
Yeah. I have a gyro. You can't really tell. We ate at a delicious restaurant that was just across the street from the zoo called King Kong. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video of our 6th year wedding anniversary. Look forward to seeing our 7th year anniversary footage very, very soon. I will try not to wait a whole year to collect the footage and edit it and upload it. I hope that every single one of you has a wonderful day.